After enduring weeks of captivity, a portion of the nearly 300 schoolchildren who were kidnapped in northern Nigeria has been successfully released. Greetings, everyone. Today, we will address the situation concerning the release of a significant number of Nigerian schoolchildren who were abducted in Kaduna State. According to the country's military, out of the nearly 300 children, a total of 137 have been freed. These innocent children were taken captive on March 7th when armed individuals stormed the Kuriga school and forcibly led them into the nearby forests. It is disheartening to note that over 100 of these children are no older than 12 years. Sadly, this incident is not an isolated one, as it is just the latest in a series of kidnappings targeting school children in Nigeria. Shockingly, since 2014, approximately 1,400 students have been abducted. It is worth mentioning that the identity of the abductors has been identified by two individuals who possess extensive knowledge regarding the security crisis in Nigeria's northwest region. Without further delay, let us now proceed with our discussion. The military of Nigeria announced that a significant number of the approximately 300 Nigerian children who were kidnapped from their school in Kaduna State over 2 weeks ago have been released. On Sunday, a total of 137 children were reported to have regained their freedom. Initially, the government had issued a statement indicating that all the students had been liberated. On March 7th, a group of armed individuals on motorcycles infiltrated the Kuriga school, forcing the children into the nearby forests while security forces had not yet arrived. This distressing incident unfolded before the eyes of terrified families who could do nothing to intervene. According to the school authorities, a staggering 287 students were abducted in the midst of this attack, with approximately 100 of them being 12 years old or younger. Since the year 2014, when Boko Haram militants abducted hundreds of schoolgirls from Chibok village in Borno State, a staggering number of 1,400 students have been taken hostage from Nigerian schools. The majority of these abductions have occurred in the northwestern and central regions of the country, where numerous armed groups specifically target villagers and travelers in order to demand ransom. According to a statement by Nigerian military spokesman Major General Edward Buba, a total of 137 children were successfully rescued in Zamfara State, which is located about 200 kilometers, 124 miles away from their school and is notorious for kidnappings. Buba expressed his determination to persist in the efforts until all remaining hostages are located and the terrorists responsible are apprehended, prosecuted and held accountable under Nigerian law. According to a statement released by the Sokoto state government on Saturday, an additional 17 schoolchildren from northern Sokoto state were successfully rescued after being held hostage for 2 weeks. The rescue operation, initially announced by Kaduna State Governor UBA Sani, was not accompanied by specific details. Unfortunately, his office was unavailable for further clarification regarding the discrepancy in the number of individuals liberated. The Associated Press was unable to contact residents in Kuriga town due to the absence of mobile network coverage. In response to mounting pressure to put an end to the widespread kidnappings in northern Nigeria, President Bola Tinubu made a commitment to implement comprehensive strategies aimed at preserving the safety of schools and preventing indiscriminate abductions. It is a common practice for families to arrange and pay ransoms for kidnappings, although officials in Nigeria rarely acknowledge such payments. Despite this, Tinubu made a firm commitment to rescuing the children without any monetary exchange. Despite the locals attributing the Kaduna kidnapping to bandit groups notorious for their involvement in mass killings and ransom kidnappings in the conflict-ridden northern region, no specific group has come forward to claim responsibility. These bandit groups are primarily composed of former herders who have been engaged in conflicts with settled communities. According to at least 2 individuals who possess extensive knowledge regarding the security crisis in Nigeria's northwest, the abductor's identity has been ascertained. According to Murtala Ahmed Rufai, a professor specializing in peace and conflict studies at Usmanu Danfodio University, and Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, a respected cleric known for his negotiations with bandits, they have taken refuge in the expansive and lawless forests of the region. In the majority of Nigeria's mass kidnappings, arrests are infrequent, with victims typically being released following the payment of ransoms by desperate families or through negotiations with government and security authorities. To support our channel's growth and ensure broader awareness, kindly hit the like and subscribe buttons. This will help us reach more individuals and disseminate valuable information. Thank you in advance.